Hi, this is Prophet Gilbert Atanga. How to see a vision in a second. You must understand first of all that you are a Christian and you are born again. So for that reason, you have a regenerated spirit, which means that you are not spiritually blind. So how then can you see a vision in 5 seconds? What you do is this. You need to know that everything that comes from the Spirit is represented as a sign or a symbol or a reality kind of image, numbers or letters within your mind, the screen of your mind. So just say for a minute or a moment, you close your eyes and you are just concentrating in your inner self. Before you know it, a thought will start sprinkled within your heart into the screen of your mind, or an image will begin to pop up. It could be a number, it could be a name, it could be a sign, it could be a symbol, it could be anything, because most visions are coded. When I say coded, it means that you have to find the interpretation of it. So they normally come as a coded form. For instance, when you see the number 2, you know that 2 stands for agreement. That is why you are using the biblical way of interpretation. You know that, yes, 2 stands for agreement. 2 stands for marriage. 2 stands for solidarity. You see that? So you could see 2. You could see anything within your mind, and that happens in a second. You could see a flash of light, which most of the times represents angels. Okay, so this is how we train ourselves into deeper realms of visions, into the outside of the body experience, such that as you keep doing this, you will be entering into a dimension you least expected. So the vision realm is open for every believer, but it takes those who makes it their dwelling place to soar higher in its depths and dimension. So when it comes to interpreting those signs or those visions or whatever what you need to know is that you need to rely, number 1, on your intuition. Your intuition. Number 2, you need to have a broad knowledge on numbers or on colors, or also on some of the symbols and signs. For instance, when you see a cross or the cross of Jesus, you don't need your intuition to give you an interpretation. You don't need an inward knowledge to know that, because already you know it from the scriptural point of view that the cross represents the death of Jesus, or the message of salvation, or what Jesus did for you. So when I was called, I used to see the cross of Jesus most often. I used to see it most often. And it was something the Lord was telling me that I have a calling. You see that? So it could also be that you saw an eagle. The eagle represents the prophetic. So you don't really need any inward knowledge from your spirit to interpret that, except some very difficult situations that the vision is in the form of a riddle form or a puzzle form, or is so coded in a way that you really need to rely on your spirit, your intuition, to be able to interpret that kind of vision. And this is what many have failed to be able to do, because they do not trust in themselves. And 2, they don't trust what they see. And 3, they don't have the boldness to capture or to rely on the information that they have received from their spirit. But some of us do, because I just trust in the Lord and I don't lean on my own understanding. So if the word comes from my spirit, and with my mind I says that this is a good teaching from the word, or a good word that can align with the scriptures, and I have a sensation to declare it, I say it. And surprisingly, it is always true. It is always accurate, especially when I'm prophesying. So this is how to see a vision in 5 seconds. Try it. Close your eyes. Begin to ponder. Whilst you are pondering, you may see a figure. You may see anything. Don't underestimate what you've seen. This was the same way God asked Jeremiah. He told Jeremiah, "What do you see?" And the prophet of God said, "I saw a branch of an almond tree." Then the Lord came in to say, "You have seen well. Don't reject what you see. It may not agree with your intellect, but write it down and find out what are the things, necessary things to interpret it. It could be an alphabet, it could be a sign or whatever. Don't underestimate it, especially if it is a coded vision." God bless you. Once again, this is Prophet Gilbert Atanga. I hope you will join the prophetic school and you will dive more deeper together with me. Love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. God bless you.